Hello, this is Sir Alex again, and this time we're going to discuss about decimals. How do we add, subtract, multiply, and divide the easiest way? Okay, you ready? Okay, let's begin. There you go. Okay, there. So how do we add decimals? Forty-seven point twenty-four plus 16.32. Very easy. The basic rule in adding decimals or even subtracting them is to make sure that the decimal point or the decimal points are aligned. Okay, as you can see here, there. Common mistakes of my students is that they do not align the decimal points first. So that's the first and basic rule. They should be aligned. And then you can add now the numbers. 4 plus 2 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. And then just copy the decimal point here. 7 plus 6 is 13. Bring down 3, carry 1. 4 plus 1, that's 5 plus 1, 6. So the answer there is 63.56. Okay, let's have another example. 178.35 plus 37.66. Okay, see that the decimal points are aligned first before you do anything. Now we can add. 5 plus 6 is 11. 3 plus 6 is 9 plus 1, 10. Bring down 0, carry 1. 8 plus 7 is 15 plus 1, that's 16. 7 plus 3 is 10 plus 1, 11. And then just add 1 and 1, that'll give us 2. So the answer there is 216.01. Let's check. 5, 6, 11, 9, 10 there. So 15 plus 1, 16. 10 plus 1, 11. All right, there. So adding decimals is pretty easy. Okay. Now let's subtract decimals. It's a bit challenging when you subtract decimals. Okay. Subtracting decimals. Okay. Let's say 58.32 minus 17.11. Okay. Now it's still easy to subtract. 2 minus 1 is 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. 8 minus 7 is 1. And 5 minus 1 is 4. So the answer there is 41.21. Let's check again. That's 1, that's 2, that's 1, and that's 4. Pretty easy, right? It's easy because the first numbers or the first digits there are greater than the digits there, right? So 17.11. What if for the second number the digits are, let's say, bigger than the first digits? For example, 67.32 minus 49.68. There. So it becomes more challenging. So how do we go about that? So we cannot subtract 8 from 2. What we do is we borrow 1 from 3. So this becomes 2. And this becomes 12. Okay? So 12 minus 8 is 4. 2 minus 6 cannot be. So borrow 1 from 7. This becomes 6. And this becomes 12. So 12 minus 6 is 6. There you go. Then copy the decimal point. 6 minus 9 cannot be. So borrow 1 from 6 here. This becomes 5 and this becomes 16. And 16 minus 9 is 7. And finally, 5 minus 4 is 1. Okay? So we keep on borrowing numbers, no? From, since you cannot subtract 8 from 2, we borrow 1 from 3. Then we borrow 1 from 7. Then we borrow 1 from 6. So that's how we do it. All right, let's check. So this 12 minus 8, that's 4. So this becomes 2. Borrow 1 from 7, this becomes 6. Then this becomes 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. Since that's 6 already, you can subtract 9 from 6. Might as well borrow 1 from 6 here. Add 1 there, so it becomes 16 minus 9, and that's 7. And finally, we can subtract 4 from 5, so that's 1. Okay? Let's do it again. All right. 200, oops. Okay, my marker's running out of ink. Let's try this. 241.05. And then 76.99. There. Becomes more challenging, right? Now we cannot subtract 9 from 5. What do we do then? Can we borrow 1 from 0? We can't. Let's go to the next digit. That's 1. Actually, we don't read this as 1. We read the whole thing. It's 10. Okay? Now if it's 10, okay, this becomes 9. We are borrowing 1 from 10, right? So this becomes 0. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so this becomes 15, right? So 15 minus 9 is 6. 9 minus 9 is 0. There. Okay. Now 0 minus 6 cannot be. You borrow 1 from 4. This becomes 3. This becomes 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 3 minus 7 cannot be. Borrow 1 from 2. This becomes 1. So this becomes 13. 13 minus 7 is 6. Just bring down 1 there. So we have 164.06. If you want to check that, add. Okay? 164.06 plus 76.99. Now, if the answer you get here is the same as this one, then you're correct. 6 plus 9 is 15, bring down 5, carry 1. 9 plus 1 is 10, bring down 0, carry 1. 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 1, 11. 6 plus 7 is 13, plus 1, 14. And 1 plus 1 is 2. 241.05. They look the same. They are the same, right? So this is correct. Okay. Yeah. Let's have another one. Suppose the number is this. 50.04 minus 39.87. There. Okay. We can subtract 7 from 4, right? So can we borrow from 0? Nope. Can we borrow from 0? Nope. We can borrow from not 5, but 500. We are borrowing 1 from 500. So this becomes 499 actually. And then just place the decimal point there. Okay? So this becomes 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 9 is 0. And 4 minus 3 is 1. Easy. Okay? Check again. 14 minus 7, 7. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 9 is 0. And 4 minus 3 is 1. Okay. One more. Let's say it's 256 minus 87.938. Wow. How do you subtract that? Okay. First thing we do is write the implied decimal point there, and that we can add zeros. It doesn't affect the value of the number whatsoever. Okay, again, we cannot subtract 8 from 0. What do? We borrow from, whoops, that's the number, 600. So this becomes 599. Put the decimal point there. And this becomes 10, of course. Okay, then it's so easy now to subtract. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 3 is 6. 9 minus 9 is 0. There's your decimal point. Oops, 5 minus 7 cannot be. So borrow 1 from 5 here, the left. This becomes 4. And this becomes 15. 15 minus 7 is 8. 4 minus 8 cannot be. So borrow 1 from 2. This 2 becomes 1. And this becomes 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. And then bring down 1. The answer there is 168.062. Do you want to check? Okay, let's check. 168.062 plus 87.938. So that's 10. That's 10. That's 10. That's 15 plus 1, 16. That's 14 plus 1, 15. That's 256.000, which is that number. Easy. Okay? Well, just takes practice. Okay, we're done with subtracting decimals. How about dividing or multiplying decimals? For example, let's see. 24.3 times 2.4. How do you make it easy? Well, this is what I do. I forget about the decimal point first. What I do is, I'll just write the numbers 243 and 24. Then multiply it. Don't mind the decimal points first. Okay? So removing the decimal points, we're adding two whole numbers. Okay, so 4 times 3, that's 12. 4 times 4, that's 16, plus 1, 17. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1, 9. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. Then we add. Let's check again. 4 times 3 is 12, bring down 2, carry 1. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1, 17. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1, 9. Good. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 2 is 4. Then we add. So 2, this is 13. 17, that's 18. That's 5. So 5, 8, 3, 2. 2, 13, carry 1, 10, 18. Okay. How many decimal places do we have here? 1, 2. So from here, there's the implied decimal point. We move it twice. 1, 2. Therefore, the answer there is 58.32. Easy. Okay, let's do another one. 124.6 times 3.51. Okay, let's do it. Remove the decimal points. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 3, 5, 1. Then multiply it. Okay. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. 5 times 6 is 30. Bring down 0. Carry 3. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 3, 23. 5 times 2 is 10. Plus 2, 12. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 1, 6. Okay. And then for the 3. 3 times 6, that's 18. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1, 13. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, 7. 3 times 1 is 3. And then we add. Bring down 6. Bring down 4. What's this? Bring down 3. That's 13, right? 5 plus 2, 13. So 3 plus 2, 5, 6, 7. This is 13. That's 4. Okay, 4, 3, 7, 3, 4, 6. I want to check. just to be sure. 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 4 is 4, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, for the first row, it's good. For the second row, 6 times 5 is 30, bring down 0, carry 3. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3, 23, bring down 3, carry 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. Okay, good. For the last one, 3 times 6 is 18, bring down 8, carry 1. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1, 13, bring down 3, carry 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1, 7, and 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, everything is correct. 6, 4, 3, 13, that's 5, 7, 13 again, that's 4. How many decimal places do we have here? 1, 2, and 3, right? So from this point, that's our implied decimal point, move it 3 decimal places to the left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the answer there is 437.346. Okay. There. What do you think? I think it's great, right? I think it's easy. All right. So when you multiply decimals, forget about the decimal points first. Multiply whole numbers, and then, okay, that's the answer. You only do that. Let's say your teacher tells you not to use calculator. So you have to do, longhand mathematics, all right? Or longhand computation. So do this, okay? All right. So much with multiplying decimals. Let's go to dividing decimals. All right. There you go. How do we divide decimals? Okay, I'll give you an example here. I have a paper here on my list. That's 57.96 divided by 8.4. Okay, basic rule. As much as possible, we should not have a decimal number there because it's going to make our computations harder. Okay, what we do is you move the decimal point to the right here to make it a whole number. So your 8.4 becomes 84. But if you do that, you also have to move the decimal point to the right of the, how do you call this? The dividend divisor. Okay. Now if I do that, it becomes 579.6, and this becomes 84. Okay, now since this is already a whole number, we can now divide it. So that's the basic rule, remember. Okay, how many 84s in 579? Let's try 7. 84, yeah, 7 times 4, 8, 28. 7 times 8, 56, 58. Oops. How about 6? 4 times 6 is 4, 24. 8 times 6, 48, 50. There. So it's 6. Place your quotient here. Okay. So 6 times 84, that's 504. Let's check again. 24 there. Okay. Then subtract. Okay. So that's 9 minus 4 is 5. Then bring down 7. And bring down 6. Okay. If your decimal point is there, you can bring it up there. Okay. There's alignment again. Now let's see. 84, let's say it's 9. Do you know why I chose 9? Because when you multiply 9 and 4, the ending is 6. Okay. So 9 times 4 is 6, 36. 9 times 8, 72. Plus 3, 75. Hey, look at that. So 6.9. Subtract 0. That's our answer. Okay. There. So that's how we divide 57.96 by 8.4. Okay, let's have another example. Okay, let's see here. 47.85 divided by 5.5. There's the point. Oops. Okay, there. How do we divide that? Same rule. Move this decimal point to the right to make it a whole number. If you do that, do this also with the dividend. Okay, so it becomes 478.5 because we already moved the decimal point. Okay, and then divided by 55. Normal decimal point. Okay, then we divide 478 divided by 55. Let's have a 12 multiplier. How about 8? 5 times 8, 40, 44. Yeah, I think it's, well, correct. So 8 times 55, let's check again. 8 times 5 is 40, 40, 44. Okay, so we have 440 here. When we multiply 8 by 55, then we subtract. Now 8 minus 0 is 8. 7 minus 4 is 3. Bring down 5. Forget about the decimal point here. The decimal point is there. Bring it up. There. So easy. So 385 divided by 55. Okay. My guess is 5. Let's see. So 55 times 5. Let's see. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 5 is 25. 27. It's more than that. Okay. How about 55 times 7? There. So 7 times 5, 5, 35. That's 35 also, plus 3, 38. Same, right? So the quotient there is 7. So 7 times 55 is 385. Subtract that. 0. There's our answer. Okay. There. Pretty easy. Okay. One more. Then we're done. Okay. How about this number? Let's see. All right. Wow. 31.032 divided by 3.6. Okay, again, with the decimal point there, with the decimal point there. So it's 310.32 divided by 36. And then we divide. So 36 times 9, let's see. 9 times 6 is 54. That's 27 plus 5, 32. Too much. 36 times 8, 48. That's 24, that's 28. There, that will do. So that's 8. Let's check again, just to be sure. 6 times 8, 8, 48. 8 times 3, 24. Plus 4, 28. Alright. So 288. Okay, subtract. 10 minus 8 can it be? So borrow 1 from 1 becomes 0. So this becomes 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. Okay. And then this becomes 30. So 30, yep, minus 28 is 2. Right? 10 minus 8 is 2. 30 minus 28 is 2. And then bring down the next numbers. There. Okay. Your decimal point goes up there. Just copy it. Right? And then divide again. Okay. Maybe we can remove this 2 first. It's too big. So 223 divided by 36. So 36 times probably 7. No? 7 times 6. 242. 7 times 3. 21. 25. Still big. How about 36 times 6? 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 3, 18. Plus 3, 21. 216. Better. Okay, so that's 6. So that's 216. Let's check. 6 times 6, 36. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 3, 21. Okay, that's good. Then we subtract. Okay, so this becomes 1, and this becomes 7. This becomes 0, so you don't have to write it. This becomes 0, no need to write. Bring down the next one, 72. That's easy. 72 divided by 36, it's just 2. So 36 times 2 is 72. Subtract that, it becomes 0. So the answer there is this one, 8.62. Okay? The trick here is always make the divisor a whole number to make it easier. Okay? But if you do that, the number of decimal places that you move with regards to your divisor should be the same number of decimal places that you're going to move in your dividend. Okay? Because if you don't do that, that's a big mistake. Okay? So, practice. Alright? So, what have we learned today? Okay? I think we learned so much. We were able to add, subtract, multiply, divide decimals. Right? Now, in my next video, I will discuss with you how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide integers. Okay? Many students hate integers. Why? Because they don't know how to add or subtract. And that's the topic we're going to take up in my next video. Okay? Keep on subscribing and like my video. Okay. Thank you so much. This is Sir Alex. Now remember, if Sir Alex says easy, then it is easy. Okay? Bye.